guest room, a quiet yellow, the color of baby chicks. Then when I was finished, it reminded me of scrambled eggs. So I ate breakfast at 4 in the afternoon and wasn't hungry when you got home. Hadn't thought of it until you asked, "What's for dinner?" You didn't notice the flecks of paint that dotted my cheeks and nested in my hair. I imagine you would have mentioned them if you had. You noticed there was no food in the oven. God, Lil, if I known you were cooking, I would have brought something home. So I fried up pork chops and onions, the smell curdling in my stomach until finally I had to lay in bed till the nausea would pass. Next day, I sketched a cat jumping over the moon along the yellow wall and had all the brown, white, and darker yellow filled in by the time Oprah started. I remember to thaw the chicken, and the smell wasn't nearly as bloody as the pork was, so you didn't have to eat your dinner alone. But didn't you see the brushes in the jar by the sink? The bristles soaking in cloudy water? By the end of the week, there was a cow and a moon, a cat playing the fiddle, a crazy laughing dog, and a dish and a spoon running toward the doorway. When I was a kid, I used to wonder where they were headed in such a hurry. Nowadays, I think they were running away from something. Do you remember when we used to be kids, when we first got married, how we used to laugh while we named our children? We'd be like celebrities, we said, with boys named Seuss and Tweeter, and girls named Sahara and Sunshine. Lately, though, I keep a scribbled list of names in a notebook, old-fashioned names from our family like Louise and Emmeline, and the beauty of them makes me want to cry. The day I went to Barnes & Noble and bought What to Expect When You're Expecting, a Mother Goose nursery rhymes, you came home and told me about the layoffs at Lowe's, how there had been talk of eliminating your department. You said how glad you were it was just you and me to worry about, how happy and thankful you were there wasn't a baby to provide for. I slipped the books into the guest room and told you everything would be fine. I took up knitting, blankets, and soft pastel colors, although I heard primary colors were more stimulating. At night, you step over my yarn bag to get to your cracked leather laundry, where you sprawl out and watch TV until you fall asleep. Most nights, I leave you there and climb into the guest room, stretching out in the bed with a half-finished blanket over me, wondering what the paintings will look like to a tiny person who doesn't know what a cow or a cat or the moon is. It's hard to tell sometimes what is scary and what is stimulating. What might be beautiful to someone might scare the hell out of somebody else. I've been anxious to tell you, to show off my growing breasts and the swell of my stomach. But the longer you didn't notice, the more I worry about layoffs and mortgages and bills, the more I hug my secret close to me, the way I've seen so many women do, folding their arms across their belly to hide it all. I found a crib at Goodwill, and it took me a week to clean it up and reassemble it under the watchful eyes of the dancing characters across the wall. I added Mother Hubbard to the headboard and the 3 little pigs to the footboard, and you couldn't even tell anymore that it was used. Last night, I sat in the guest room and read nursery rhymes out loud, practicing until the soft yellow walls lulled me to sleep. I woke with a newly finished baby blanket clutched in my hand, and I felt happy, not afraid at all. When I came down to the den, I saw you still asleep in your recliner. I tucked the nursery rhyme book under your arm and spread the blanket over you. Sleeping, you looked happy and not afraid at all.